Welcome to my dear students. For the request of many of the students, I made the video on the MCQ series. Here you can learn about probable MCQs for CHSC Physics Council Examination 2022. So let's start. First question is question number 1. To charge glass rod negatively, it should be rubbed with option A, fur, option B, silk, option C, ebonite, option D, none of the above. Right answer of question 1 is option A, fur. Next question is question number 2. Electrification by friction is due to option 1, sharing of charges, option 2, creation of charges, option 3, transfer of charges, option 4, displacement of charges. Right answer of question 2 is transfer of charges. Electrification by friction, it is due to transfer of charges. Next question is question number 3. Charging by conduction is due to option 1, sharing of charges, option 2, creation of charges, option 3, transfer of charges, option 4, displacement of charges. Right answer of question 3 is option 4, displacement of charges. Charging by conduction, it is due to displacement of the charges. Next question is question number 4. A charged glass rod is attached to a pith ball hanging by a silk thread. The pith will be option 1, attracted by the glass rod, option 2, repelled by the glass rod, option 3, first attracted and then repelled, option 4, none of the above. Right answer is repelled by the glass rod, because here is the pith ball which is neutral. Now we touch a charged glass rod. Suppose consider it is the positively charged. Now this uncharged pith ball get charge same as this glass rod, so it will be also charged same as the glass. So now they are same charge, so they will repel each other. So right answer is option 2, repelled by the glass rod. Next question is question number 5. A charged glass rod is brought very near to the hanging pith ball. The pith ball will be attracted, will be repelled, will be first attracted, touch the rod and then repelled. Option 4 will be first repelled and then attracted. Right answer is option 3, will be first attracted, touch the rod and then repelled, because here is the pith ball, and if we brought very near to the pith ball a charged glass rod, suppose it is the positively charged, then due to electrostatic induction this pith ball attracted towards the glass rod and touch the glass rod, and then it will get charge positive same as the glass rod, and after that it will repelled. So right answer is option 3, will be first attracted, touch the rod and then repelled. Next question is question number 6. A positively charged glass rod attracts a suspended object and then repels it. The suspended object is Option A, negatively charged. Option 2, positively charged. Option 3, uncharged and insulated. Option 4, may be positively or negatively charged. Right answer is option 3, uncharged and insulated. Next question is question number 7. Magnitude of each of 2-point charges at rest is doubled and separation them is halved. The force between them, option 1 becomes 4 times, option 2 becomes 8 times, option 3 becomes 16 times, option 4 becomes 1 by 4 times. We know that according to the Coulomb's force, F is equals to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Now new force F dash, it is equals to K, magnitude of each 2-point charges at rest is doubled. That means 2Q1 2Q2 divided by separation between them, that means R, is halved. That means R dash means R by 2 its whole square. So it is equals to 2 to 4 multiplying by these two square. That means 4 for 16 into K Q1 Q2 divided by R square, which is equals to 16F. So F dash will be 16F. So new force will be become 16 times. Option 3 is the right answer. Next question is question number 8. The electric field due to an electric dipole varies as. Right answer is option 3, E proportional to 1 by R cube. Next question is question number 9. A positively charged body attracts a pith ball pendulum towards it. The pith ball is option A, uncharged, negatively charged, option 3, positively charged, option 4, uncharged or negatively charged. Right answer of question 9 is uncharged or negatively charged, because it is the positively charged body which is attracts a pith ball pendulum towards it. That means it may be oppositely charged or uncharged. So option 4 is the right answer. Next question is question number 10. A body is positively charged. It has excess of the positron, excess of electrons, option 3, deficit of electrons, option 4, deficit of protons. Right answer is option 3, deficit of electrons. Positively charged, that means it loses electron, that means deficit of the electrons. Excess of the electrons means it is the negatively charged. Next question is question number 11. The force of attraction between 2-point charges is F. When the same two charges are placed with same separation in a medium of dielectric constant 2, the force becomes. Here we know that F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Now if the same two charges are placed with same separation in a medium of dielectric constant 2, then we have to write force F dash is equals to 1 by 4 pi K epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square, because all of them are same, only the system is placed inside a dielectric constant of 2. So we introduce here K epsilon naught. Now the value of the k is 2, so it is equals to half f. So f dash will be f by 2. So right answer is option 2, f by 2. Next question is question number 12. The locus of a charged particle moving perpendicular to a uniform electric field will be A. Straight line, B. A circle, 3. Parabola, 4. None of the above. Locus of the charged particle perpendicular to the uniform electric field. That means, suppose consider it is the electric field like that. So this is the direction of the electric field. Now if a charged particle, whatever be the charged particle, suppose it is the positively charged, this charged particle enter inside the electric field perpendicular to the electric field. Then when it enter inside the electric field, then it experience force because it is the positively charged. So as it is the positively charged, so it experience force towards the electric field. So its locus will be like that. So it is the nothing but it is the shape of the parabola. So right answer will be option 3, parabola. If it is negatively charged, then its path will be this direction. Next question is question number 13. A metal sphere possesses a charge plus 10 microcoulomb. The electric flux inside it is option A 10 voltmeter, option 2 20 voltmeter, option 3 0, option 4 5 voltmeter. A metal sphere possesses charge is 10 microcoulomb. Charge is Q is equals to plus 10 microcoulomb. The electric flux inside it, is E equals to 0 because all the charges reside outside of the sphere. Inside of the sphere, charge is 0. We know that electric field E is equals to K Q divided by R square. As Q is equals to 0, so E will be 0. Next question is question number 14. The electric field inside a charged conductor depend on the amount of the charge on it is always 0, is numerically equals to charge on the conductor. Option 4 depends on the shape of the conductor. Right answer is option 2, is always 0. Electric field inside the charged conductor is 0 because inside the charged conductor charge is 0, so electric field is equals to 0. Next question is question number 15. Two charges plus 1 microcoulomb and plus 5 microcoulomb are placed 0.1 centimeter apart. Ratio of coulomb force acting on each of the two charges is. So here in that case, suppose consider here is the plus 1 microcoulomb charge, here is the plus 5 microcoulomb charge, and separation between them is 0.1 centimeter. That means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Now force on, suppose consider this is the Q1 charge and this is the Q2 charge. Now here force F is equals to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. That means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. Here also charge F is equals to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. So at that point Q1 and at that point Q2, the force is same. So if we say this is force 1 and this is force 2. So F1 ratio F2, it is equals to 1:1. So this is very interesting question. In that case, the ratio of the force will be 1:1. So right answer is option 2, 1:1. Next question is question number 16. 1 state coulomb is equals to how much coulomb? Right answer is 1/3 into 10 to the power 9 coulomb. Next question is question number 17. A metal sphere of radius 0.2 meter is given plus 10 microcoulomb charge. The electric field inside it is option 1 10 Newton per meter, 2 50 Newton per meter, option 3 2 Newton per meter, option 4 0. Right answer is option 4 0, because we know that inside the metal sphere the charge is 0 and all the charge reside outside the sphere, whether positive or negative charge. As inside charge is 0, so electric field is equals to 0, because electric field is directly proportional to the charge. So inside the metal sphere charge is 0 always. Next question is question number 18. The electrostatic force between two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance r is given by F is equals to K naught Q1 Q2 by r square. The value of K naught, option 1 depends on system of unit, option 2 depends on nature of the medium between the two charges, option 3 depends on both A and B, option 4 none of the above. Here K naught is the electrostatic constant. It is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Its value is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. K naught is inversely proportional to the epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is permittivity of the free space and it is depend on the medium. So option 2 is the right answer, depends on nature of the medium between the two charges. Next question is question number 19. The force between two charges Q1 Q2 is F. The third charge Q3 is brought near to the Q1. The force between Q1 and Q2 is F dash. Say. Then option 1 F is equals to F dash. Option 2 F greater than F dash. Option 3 F less than F dash. Option 4 F may be greater than or less than F dash. So in that case we consider that suppose here is the Q1 charge and here is the Q2 charge. Separation between them supposed to be considered, it is R. Force is equals to F is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R square. Now if we brought a third charge like here, then it does not affect between the two charges, force between the two charges Q1 and Q2. So the force between the two charges remains same. So option 1 is the right answer. F is equals to F dash. Next question is question number 20. Two charges experience a force 8 Newton when placed in a dielectric medium of dielectric constant 16. If same two charges are placed in vacuum at the same separation, they will experience force. Option 1 0.5 Newton, option 2 2 Newton, option 3 0 Newton, option 4 128 Newton. In that case, first of all we will write F is equals to 1 by 4 pi k epsilon naught, because the charges is in medium of the dielectric constant 16, q1 q2 divided by r square. Now force is equals to 8 Newton is given in the question. So 8 is equals to 1 by k, means 1 by 16. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square. Now when we place same two charges in vacuum, and the separation also remains same, then force between them, it is F naught, it is equals to, we know that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q1 q2 divided by r square. It is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. That means this is the value of the q1 q2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. This is 8 into 16. The value of this is equals to 8 into 16. So the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, it is equals to 8 into 16. So F naught is equals to 128 Newton. So right answer is option 4, 128 Newton. Next question is question number 21. An isolated conducting sphere is given a positive charge by rubbing its mass. Option 1 increases, option 2 decreases, option 3 remains same, option 4 may increase or decrease. Right answer of question 21 is option 2, decrease. Because loss of electron means decrease in mass, as electron contain mass which is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31. Positively charged body means it loses an electron. Loses an electron, it means loses mass. Next question is question number 22. The dimensions of epsilon naught are. Here is the 4 option. Right answer is option 3. Next question is question number 23. A polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have negatively charged of 1.6 microcoulomb. Then the number of the electrons transferred is. Here polythene piece get negatively charged, it means electron is transferred from wool to polythene. It is clear from the question. Now how much electron is transferred? Now in that case we know Q is equals to Ne, which is the quantization of the charge. Now N is equals to Q divided by E. Now Q is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb, because Q is equals to 1.6 microcoulomb. Now we convert it into the coulomb, divided by charge of 1 electron. This is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Now it is equals to 10 to the power 13. So 10 to the power 13 electron transfer from wool to polythene. So right answer is option 1. Next question is question number 24. A proton at rest has charge E. When it moves with a high speed, its charge is greater than E, less than E, equals to E, none of the above. We know that charge independent of the speed, so it remain constant. So if a proton move with high speed, its charge also remain E. So option 3 is the right answer. Next question is question number 25. If Fc and Fg are the electric and gravitational forces respectively between the electron and proton situated at a distance apart, the ratio of the Fc to the Fg is order of 1 10 to the power minus 39, 10 to the power 39, 1 10 to the power 43. Right answer of question 25 is option 2 10 to the power 39. Next question is question number 26. Figure gives electric lines of force due to two charges Q1 and Q2. What are the signs of the two charges? Option 1, both are negative. Option 2, both are positive. Option 3, Q1 positive, Q2 negative. Option 4, Q1 is negative, Q2 is positive. Here is the two charge Q1 and Q2, and the direction of the field line is inward to the charge. So both are negative. So option 1 is the right answer. Both are negative. If both are positive, then lines of force from the charge outward. The direction will be outward. Next question is question number 27. Which of the figure cannot possibly represent electrostatic field lines? Here is the first case. It is not possible. This is the second figure. It is possible because for the two positive charges, lines of force represented by like that. This is not possible. Also, this lines of force not possible. So, not possible electrostatic field lines is option A, C and D. So, option 3 is the right answer, A, C and D. Next question is question number 28. The negative and positive charges of an electric dipole of moment P are placed respectively at point. This is minus IA and plus IA. This is minus IA. This is plus IA. If Y very greater than A, then the electric field due to the dipole at the point JY. That means here is the JY. This is the distance Y, where Y is the very greater than the A. Now in that case, electric field at equatorial point. We know that electric field at equatorial point E is equals to minus P vector by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Here the distance is Y, so option 4 is the right answer, minus P by 4 pi epsilon naught y cube. Next question is question number 29. When the length of the dipole is very small, the ratio of electric field at an equatorial point to that at an axial point equidistant from the center of the dipole is 1:2, 2:1, 1:4, 4:1. We know that electric field at equatorial point is equals to K P by R cube, and E axial it is equals to K 2P by R cube. So E equatorial divided by E axial it is equals to 1 divided by 2. So 1:2 is the right answer. So option 1, 1:2 is the right answer. Next question is question number 30. two charges are placed in vacuum at a distance r experience a force. At what distance the same two charges should be placed in a medium of dielectric constant 5 so that force between them reduces 25 times? A. Root 5 r, B. Root 5 by r, option 3 25 r, option 4 5 r. We know that F is equals to K Q1 Q2 divided by r square. K is equals to, we know, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by r square. Now, if we place these two charges in a medium of dielectric constant 5, then the force will be F dash is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K epsilon naught. It will be K epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R dash whole square. We have to find out R dash. Now this force is reduces 25 times. That means F by 25. F dash is equals to F by 25. It is equals to, the value of K is 5. So 1 by 5 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R dash whole square. Now value of F is 1 by 25 as it is, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square equals to 1 by 5, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R dash whole square. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught goes cancel. Q1 Q2 goes cancel. 5 it is 5. Now R dash whole square is equals to 5r square. Now R dash is equals to root 5r. So right answer is option A, root 5r. In next video we will discuss MCQ for unit 2. Thank you.